Yes, guys, welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi, back with another video. We're gonna talk about Yavis Bissouma. There's a big update on his transfer. According to Court of Side, Brighton have cleared the player to leave for £40 million. For me, that means two things: do we pay the money? And do we win the race to get Yavis Bissouma? Those are the two big questions we shall be talking about in this video. But we shall also look at the update and the report in a little bit of a deeper version. Try to make analysis of what that means. We have confirmed that Granit Xhaka could leave at the end of the season. That's another big update for us. Now we shall talk about that at 7. And then we shall also talk about the fact that Arsenal also need another player other than Yavis Bissouma. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you have already given me what you think about Bissouma as a player. Of course, I understand many Arsenal fans really do like Yavis Bissouma because of his style, because of his class, talents, and a lot of things. Many of you think he's that guy Arsenal need to replace him, replace Granit Xhaka with. I might not agree, I might not disagree, but let us get into the video right about now. So according to the report, Court of Side are saying that Arsenal transfer targets clear to leave current club for £40 million this summer. Now they're saying Arsenal look to have been handed a big boost in their pursuit of Brighton midfielder Yavis Bissouma ahead of their transfer window. The Mali international has shown in the Premier League in the recent times and now looks set to earn himself a big money move as top clubs show interest in him. Arsenal are one of Bissouma's main admirers, and it seems he can now leave Brighton for a bargain of £40 million this summer, according to reports from the Sun. So the first thing, Coach Offside and the Sun are not perfectly admirable sides. I cannot really say I admire the Sun. I cannot really say I admire Coach Offside. But one of the things you've got to admit, Yavis Bissouma's deal around Arsenal is very, very busy. There is a lot of information coming in. The likes of Football.London, they're very credible in terms of their reporting. Have always come out and said Arsenal looking at Yavis Bissouma as a long-term target, as a long-term partner for Thomas Partey in that midfield area, in that midfield role. So you've got to think about that on one end. And the other end, you've got to think about the fact that the Sun are not credible and Coach of Side are not very credible. So they're tabloids that really write what they find clickable. So we've got to think about each and everything. But the report itself shows that Brighton have cleared the player to leave. They will accept the player to leave at the end of the season for £40 million. That means the price has been set, first and foremost, and it also means the player is free to leave. Now, a couple of days ago, I did report about a story showing that Bissouma had officially told Brighton he wants to leave the club, and he was waiting for their for the official response from the club. Will they let him go, or will they not let him go? And now it seems that Brighton do not have a lot of options in terms of the deal, so they will let him go for £40 million. Will Arsenal pay this money? That's a very big question. I don't think they will pay the money. I think we'll keep on negotiating until we can pay around £35 million or £30 million. And like they said, I think it's a bargain. I think it is a deal Arsenal are very, very proud to do. I think it's a deal that Arsenal are very lucky to do. If you can get a player like Yavis Bissouma for £40 million, you sign Thomas Partey for £45 million, you get Bissouma at £40 million. It's a little bit more of a bargain. Bissouma is 24 years of age, Premier League proven. I think it would be a very, very, very easy, okay, not easy, but a very lucky deal for Arsenal to do. And I would love to see such a deal happen at the club. But again, we've seen a couple of reports claim that the likes of Sunderberg and the likes of Bissouma, those deals will be very, very hard to do depending on Arsenal's financial situation at the moment. Looking at it, I think it only makes sense if you look at Arsenal looking for around 2-3 midfielders, reinforcements in the summer. I don't think they will sign someone who's 40 million, 35 million. It might not come through like we wanted as fans. So I'm looking at 25 million pound deals, 27 million pound deals. Probably those are the deals we could do at the end of the day. I mean, that's Arsenal. That is all we can do. But we should keep eyes open. We should keep our eyes open, very open on this deal. It's a deal that could happen at some point in time. I look at Arsenal probably winning. With all the reports that have come out, Arsenal are winning the race for BISSOUMA. Arsenal, this and that, and whatever's happened around the club. Maybe it's a deal we can do at the moment. And like I said at the beginning of the video, Granit Xhaka looks set to leave the club after 4-5 years of loyalty, should I say? Because he's been there. He's been performing at Arsenal in all situations, good, bad, worse, and the worst situations. He's been there. I can't really blame Granit Xhaka for all that has happened at this club, especially in terms of the midfield. I think it would be a little bit unfair. The quality he's been playing with the likes of Mohamed El-Neni, the likes of Matteo Guendouzi, the inexperienced players. You can't, just blame Granit Xhaka for all that has happened at this football club. Again, I don't think he can totally come clean as a player. He didn't give us what we expected. We expected of him. 5 years. I don't think there is much to remember of Granit Xhaka. That is the truth. The likes of Santi Cazorla, the likes of Cesc Fabregas, the likes of Samuel Nasri, those players will be remembered for a reason. And I think we might not miss Granit Xhaka so much if we get a perfect player like BISSOUMA. We might not miss Granit Xhaka so much. So with all the rumors that Granit Xhaka will be leaving at the end of the season, it's now more pressure on Arsenal to find a perfect replacement. Either you get BISSOUMA, either you get Camavinga, either you get anyone who fits in there. It should be an upgrade. For me, that's the first thing I'm looking at. You're getting in a replacement for Granit Xhaka. It should be an upgrade. The moment we bring in players that are not understandable, the moment we bring in, we sign in players that no one understands, it will be a total mess. So we wait to see what happens with the BISSOUMA deal. You've been asking me a lot about Jevis BISSOUMA, a lot about Camavinga, a lot about the deal. So I'm back. I'm back, and I'm going to be reporting to you all the latest stories around these clubs and around these deals. So make sure you've subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button. Brighton are very open to selling Jevis BISSOUMA. That's the deal happening right about now. So we wait and see what happens with this deal. My name is Kosi, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Hit the like button and do subscribe as well.